Welcome back, guys. We're doing okay-ish. We're doing okay-ish. We have Christmas presents dropping from the sky, which is really cool. So yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. It's December. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at the Christmas presents at some point. But before we do that, we actually have a problem because I am an idiot. And I didn't think about needing to place stuff underneath this. So we want to get over on this side. If we just put in some foundations here. No, not there. There. Let's just soup that over. Oh, there's a Christmas present right there. We'll go check that out in a second. But we need to get constructors in here. And if we take a look, we actually need this to be 3 high, or we're going through the floor, which we don't want to do. So, because if we grab this floor, I'm missing some plastic. Alright, well, this will go into the floor, and I don't want it to. So we need to come up higher. Now, I don't mind this over here being too high only, because I don't want to use it for anything. I just want it to be like an entrance hallway kind of thing. But over in the next building, we absolutely do need to have it up higher. And we probably need a bit more space in here as well, because we'll have basically 4 belts being split into 4 different things, into 4 different manufacturers here. And then we of course have the outputs as well. So we need a bit more space in here, so I think we need to raise this floor up by a foundation, which is not the greatest, I have to say. Grab that. So we got 15 Fixmas gifts, and let's just see. I think we need to stick them into the MAM. Fixmas holiday event. So we need 100 to get the giant Fixmas tree and the Fixmas tree branches. And there's quite a lot that we need to unlock here, so we will be going and grabbing Christmas presents as we find them, of course. So there's one here. We can grab that immediately. Another 15. Nope, there's one here right in the middle of the road. Do you see any others right now? Well, there's one up there on the roof. And they're still coming down. So, yeah, cool. Cool. Oh, there's a new one over there as well. But anyway, I think I'll raise the floor up a bit. And then I'll be back and we'll talk about what needs to be done. Because there is a lot that needs to be done. So, yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll be back. Okay, so I raised up the upper floor a bit, and I think that looks pretty good. I don't mind that it kind of feels heavy, the floor in between. It feels a lot more like a supporting structure. Kind of with the way it is, and we can maybe put this concrete pillar we can put over here as well, maybe to support it. We of course need to put these windows in again, but if we look up here, we have our 4 manufacturers set up again. So all of this was of course raised a bit, and if we just jump in here, we can see that we have a bit more space to work with inside the underfloor here, which is nice because we are going to need it, and I think it's going to be very valuable to have that. There's a little dip here and a little raise here, which is fine. And if we look here, I've kind of set up the outline of 5 rooms, or 3 rooms, sorry. So we have a room in the middle here. It's a little bit shorter than the other 2, and they aren't long enough as it stands. But it's just to outline where they're going to be. And if we stand here at the center of this room, we can try and put down our blueprint here. So I basically copied this blueprint and just changed it into steel pipes, and we can stick this thing in here. And I kind of want it to be right in the center and on the middle of the floor, you might say. So something like that. Now we need 46. Oh, did I just put it in the wrong way around? Did I just put it in the wrong way around? I did, didn't I? No, I didn't. I didn't. It's all good. So, but I actually need to move it because we need 46. Now, 48. Well, let's see. We have 8 in one of these blueprints. So 2 blueprints is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. Plus 16 is 48. So that's 2 more than we actually need. So I'm going to take out 2 machines from the one blueprint. And, well, actually, we can just delete the last 2 here, and that'll be fine. So this is absolutely fine. And we'll put in the same over here. So blueprints, steel manifold, and we'll put it in right on the center and half a block in so that we have a little bit of space to walk on each side. And each of these rooms is a 5 wide. So we can put in that one there and then put another one in extension of it. So we'll have 16 here, 16 over there, and then 14 in the middle. And that'll be all the constructors we need for steel pipe. And we'll have corridors on each side. You can see the floor is different here. So that's actually going to be the outline of the building. But then we'll have these 3 different pods of constructors making steel pipes in the building on the ground floor. And then we'll go up a floor and we'll make, I guess it'll be industrial beams, encased industrial beams, which we need some of the pipes for. And yeah, and we need to make one more thing, I think. I can't remember what it is right now for the life of me, but we do need to make one more thing, I am fairly certain, in order to feed these bad boys. Let's just take a look. Let's see. We want heavy modular frames. So yeah, we want to make the regular modular frames as well. So we want to make modular frames as well, which we will be making from pipe as well. So yeah, we'll be using the alternate recipe. Okay, this is good. And the recipe for the encased industrial beams is also going to be encased industrial pipe. So yeah, cool. We already set up screws. But yeah, that's the plan. So let me get on with this, and I'll be back and show you when it's set up. Okay, so here we have our 3 production pods for steel pipes. We have 16 machines over here. We have 14 machines in the middle, and we have 16 machines on the other side. They're all configured and everything. I do need to paint them a little bit, but that's fine. And I hope you can see the idea with the pods. We have these corridors here going down on each side of each pod. And of course there will be an outer wall here, which I think will be almost entirely glass. Not entirely glass, but almost. And yeah, and the entrance to the building will be down here. So that is the plan. And of course we'll have a roof on top and a middle floor. Now the cool thing about having these middle floors as well is that, oh, just try and land here without falling down. There we go. We can actually make the roof and the floor 2 different things. So we have these plastic coated floors here. We could decide to make the roof for this floor a different material, like concrete, and then the floor for the next material would be coated concrete as well, which I really like, and I think that's something that I want to do. As you can see, we have glass windows on the sides here where we have our walking space, and these are all hooked up and everything. Oh, there's just a little thing there that isn't hooked up. Is there that in the middle as well? There is. Alright, so there was a little bit that wasn't hooked up, but it is now. And I do like these Christmas decorations on the power poles as well. They're very cool. Love it. And yeah, and as you can see, I've left 2 spaces here in front, and that's because I'm thinking of doing something with belts here. So we're going to need a full belt of steel ingots for the 2 outer ones, and almost a full belt for the middle one. And the rest of the steel ingots are actually going to go on to make our modular frames. I think. No. All of the steel ingots that we have left are going to be used right here. So we have almost 3 full belts of steel ingots coming into this. And what I was thinking could maybe be cool, because they'll be coming up from underneath, would be that we put door in there, door in there, and then kind of have belts coming up here in the middle somehow. We'll of course put these up, and maybe even this. I don't know yet. No, probably not that. But have basically 3 floor holes coming up right next to each other, like that. And then putting some sort of pillar on the outside of this. I'm not entirely sure how I would do that. Maybe a big concrete pillar. Yeah, that's maybe a little bit huge. Maybe a small concrete pillar or metal pillar. And we could have something like this on each side. And the belts would kind of be the wall. I kind of like that idea. Maybe put glass wall in somehow. I don't know. But that's my thoughts anyway. So I'll do a bit more work and then I'll be back so you can see the results of the ground floor being done. Right, so I think we are basically done with the ground floor of this building over here. So I put in some lights here, nice light highlighting the door. I haven't put in signs yet. When you come in to this cascade of steel ingots going up, and they're not cascading down, they're cascading up. There will be almost 3 full belts, 2 full belts and 1 almost full belt. The middle one will be going up to the next floor, which is a maintenance floor, and you basically won't be able to see in because they will be going fast. They'll be going fast. And I really like this entrance to the building. We have a door on each side. We have lights highlighting our centerpiece for the floor. We have lights at each entrance to the other 2 pods as well. And then we have these lights going down the corridors. And as you may notice, normally there are 5 light thingies on one of these, and there still are, but 1 on each side is inside the room, which I really like. So if we look, we can see that we have our lights here, and I think it looks pretty darn good that we just have these side lights in the room. And it also saves on power that we're lighting up these rooms with the lights from the corridors. And I just think it looks really nice. I think it looks really, really nice. It's cool. And of course, well, where's the door? The door's there. Where's the door? The door is there. If we jump up here, we have our underfloor, or our middle floor, which is on the same floor as the middle floor for here. And we are coming up with our 3 steel ingot lines, the middle one being split into its 2 manifolds, and the other ones being split into their 2 manifolds as well. And I think it looks really good. I really do. I think it looks really good. So they will be producing a bunch of pipes that will be coming out somewhere down at this end. I haven't set that up yet, but I think it's gonna be a cool building. And as you can see, I have made the floor up here concrete floor, and if we go downstairs, we have concrete ceilings, and we have the coated concrete floors. So I like that it's 2 different materials that are being used for the floors and the ceilings. I think that looks good, so that it's not just like a uniform thing. And just, like if you go into any other building, the ceiling on one floor is not the same as the floor on the other. So I kind of like that. I do wish that you didn't have to have power lines hanging all over the place. I really wish they would make something where they just run along the walls, right? Put power into the building, and the building is powered from a central control point. Because, I mean, what kind of modern building has power lines hanging like that? I mean, nowhere. Nowhere. So yeah, that's one thing that I think would be cool. But other than that, I am really happy with how this is coming together. We can look into each of the pods, and we can look through them as well, which I think is pretty cool. We can see what's going on in there. We have our center point here. All in all, I am very, very pleased with how this is coming together. Let's go grab this Christmas present and this one over here, and we'll just round up this episode with taking a look at the ma'am and some Christmas stuff. This all needs to be finished up as well, of course, but dang, I think it's coming well together nicely. I really, really do. I really, really do. And I made these overhangs on the outside. It won't be as pronounced when we build the next floor, but I made them, and they actually need, this one needs to come down one, so that let's just do it real quick. Because I did that wrong. It needs to be here. So that the lights are kind of hanging off the ceiling there on the outside, which I really like as well. I think it looks good. I think it looks good. We're making great progress. But let's set up a ma'am. So shiny when you set those up. And take a look at the FICSIT Holiday Special. Wow, I don't have enough. Seriously. Alright, well. We just had an autosave there. I know I have some FICSIT things stored down in my messy room. So let's just go take a look at those. I think I have a few hundred, maybe, stored up down there. So, FICSIT things, yes, there were 75 there. FICSIT things, no, no, yes. So we have 275. I knew I had some. Let's set up the ma'am. And we will unlock FICSIT giant Christmas tree. Or FICSIT tree. Alright, that is done. We can get red FICSIT ornament. We can't afford that. Okay. Candy cane. We need FICSIT tree branches. And for this we need candy canes. I am not sure how we get those, but is it something that we research or what? I don't know. It might be something that we need to go get out in the world by tearing down bushes and stuff. I don't know. I'll figure that out, and we'll do so in the next one. But we should have the Xmas tree, but we can't build it because we need Xmas tree branch. Okay, produced in constructor. Okay, so we need to produce these things in constructors. All right, that's fair enough. But yeah, I am pretty excited about how things are turning off. Oh, what are you doing, dude? Get out of my building. And hopefully in the next one, I keep saying that, hopefully in the next one, but it hasn't happened yet. I need to do something about that over there as well, of course. But hopefully in the next one, we'll be able to start this thing producing. I really hope we can. This is going to have at least one more floor, maybe two more floors, this building. And we've basically done this floor in this session. But we're getting there. Let's just quickly go check. What are we missing now? So what we set up here was all our steel pipes that we needed. So we don't need anything else from constructors. Everything from constructors has now been set up. We need something from assemblers. We need 13.4 for modular frames and 20 for industrial beams. So I think we'll be able to do that in the next one, and maybe even power up the whole facility at the end of next episode. Of course, we need to set up our trucks as well, which is something I'll do in between episodes because that is really boring. But yeah, and we need to set up a train to get fuel over here for our trucks. Yeah, I think we're really getting there. I think we're really getting there. So 14 machines for modular frames, 20 for industrial beams, and then we're done. And I think they're gonna have a floor each over in the new building. I think nothing is set in stone here. Nothing is set in stone here because we might actually be able to fit them on one floor, but I'm not sure I only want one floor. I think I want two, and just make this floors smaller and smaller. Make it like a little pyramid or a mastaba, as you will, if you will. Mastaba is a pyramid as well, only it's a stepstone pyramid. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys, and Merry Christmas to you here in the early December. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, it would be awesome if you would hit that like, and if you're not subscribed, the subscribe button as well. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.